Okay, here we go. Oh my god, I'm like dying. And I'm in an air-conditioned room, mind you, and it's always cold. Anyways, hello internet. This is my first video on this channel, and I was contemplating on what making my first video, honestly, and I've been wanting to do this channel for so long, and it's finally coming into fruition. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I do a tier list? A tier list, you say? Hold on. Yes, a tier list. And for the said tier list, I'm just pulling it up for if you're like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, I am just setting up the said tier list. I thought it would be fun to do a tier list of all the Marvel movies that have come out so far, since Ironheart just finished yesterday as the day I'm filming this, and concluded the phase. We are now done with phase 5, so I'm going to be ranking all the movies 1 through 5. Well, phases. All those movies minus X-Men movies. The only X-Men project I'm going to be ranking in this is Deadpool Wolverine, because technically that's the only MCU movie. Also, I haven't watched everything Marvel movie, I have to admit. I have seen every MCU movie though. But oh my god, words. So yeah, and the tier list that I found here is every single MCU project, though. Yeah, also shout out to this person who made this. I don't know, this doesn't have a name tag. Oh, David Doom. Shout out to you who made this entire playlist tier list thing with every single MCU project, mind you. This tier list, which is kind of crazy. There's a lot, even all the shorts and specials. I'm not obviously gonna rank those on just the movies, but yeah. So this is kind of like a sort of get to know me and my opinions and thoughts on the MCU and me, because I'll be talking a lot about the MCU and the DCU, but DCU is starting in 2 weeks, so, or a week, depending on how you view that. Oh, well, for me anyways. Anyways, oh my god, I need to stop yapping. And obviously I'm not ranking Fantastic Four because it has yet to come out, though I will be seeing it at the end of the month. So it has already like tiers. I'm gonna change it up, and well, actually I'm not gonna change it up, except for I don't should I add a tier? I think I'm gonna add. Can I add a tier? Can I add a tier? Oh yeah, yeah, I can add a tier. I'm gonna add a tier, and it's gonna be a special tier. And oh no, what happened to my tiers? Oh gosh, I clearly don't know what the hell I'm doing. New tier, and I'm going to nickname this tier a little something special, very special, and mind you, it goes a little like Quantum Mania. So we're ranking every single MCU project that's come out. I spelled quantum wrong, didn't I? I don't care. Ranking everything from range from S tier to Quantum Mania. All right, let's go. Wow, this is just like overwhelming. There's so many things. There's so many things, but so many good things, so many iffy things, so many just things. I keep on yapping too much. You know what? You know, you just gotta get into the spirit of things. You just really do. Oh my god, I think I put this on. I'm gonna put this on so badly, but I don't care. You know, I have to plug every excuse in the book to wear these, because where else and when else am I gonna wear these? That is the question. Anyways, we're actually getting started. I don't know if I'm gonna go in order per se, because I don't know if I want to. damn, I don't even know where to start. There's just way too many. This is in timeline order. I'm gonna go with a banger first, and we're gonna go. Damn. We're going. You know what? Thor Ragnarok. Let's go Thor Ragnarok first. When it first came out, I loved it. It's the MCU movie I rewatched the most, and so yeah, automatically it's high ranking for me. It's not a B tier. I'm gonna put an S tier for now because just when that movie came out, it was just like the funniest movie I've ever seen, to be honest. Well, the funniest MCU movie, I thought, and I just loved every moment of it. You know, Loki had great moments in that movie. I just loved all the characters, and it was just like so good. Yeah, I miss Thor Ragnarok era, I'm not gonna lie. Again, I watched this movie way too many times, but yeah. So many times that now I can't even remember some. No, I remember mostly, but it's just so good. Overhated in my opinion, very much so. You know what, I'm gonna take these ears off because I'm starting to get a headache. Anyways, like, how do these give you a headache? They really don't. It's just my head right now. It's way too late. I'm really tired, if you can't tell. I'm low energy. I could just be yapping. You know what? We're doing a random. I'm just not looking at the camera. Whoever lands on, I'm gonna do. Okay, I landed on MC. Oof. There's no movies, or you know what? We're going Far From Home. Is this Far From Home? Yes, that's Far From Home with, yeah. Yeah, I'm putting it in B. It's a good movie. I really enjoyed Far From Home. When it came out, it was my favorite Spider-Man project, believe it or not. Though I do think Homecoming is the best Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. And I'll stand my 10 toes on down on that one. But yeah. Far From Home B tier. It's definitely not better than Ragnarok. No. In my book, it's not better than Ragnarok. And it's certainly not better than Black Panther. Black Panther, to me, it's a close second to Thor Ragnarok in the S tier. I loved Black Panther when it came out. I loved it after. It's my second most rewatched MCU movie, I believe. Yeah, it's just great. I have like no complaints with that movie. It's just awesome. The music too. Ugh, I love that SZA song so much. Anyways, I'm trying to speed run and I'm not speed. I cannot think. You know what? Captain America: The First Avenger. I think it's a good origin movie. I think it's one of the better origin movies we've gotten in the MCU in general. But what do I feel about The First Avenger? Is it better than Far From Home? Is it in the same league as Far From Home? Is it A? Is it B? I'm going B. Yeah, I'm going B. I don't know. I feel like I like Far From Home better, which is crazy. I feel like I should like First Avenger better than Far From Home, but you know what? This is my tier list, my opinion, and my heart says it's not better than Far From Home. You know, I'm just gonna start going in order now because I can't think for myself. Captain Marvel C tier. Oh my god, you don't understand how excited I was for this movie. So, if you can't tell, in the back here, I have a lot of Miss Marvel comics, and then I have a Captain Marvel. Anyways, obsessed. I was so excited about her finally coming to the MCU in the big screen, and then I just didn't like the movie. I found it boring, and I was just so upset. Love Brie Larson though. I love her, but that was just not it. I don't love it. Though it's not the worst MCU movie because clearly there was a special category, special spot for that one. Iron Man 1. Yes, Iron Man 1. Listen, I watched Iron Man 1 for the first time a couple months ago. I know, shoot me. I understand the cultural impact that Iron Man 1 had on everything. But is it better than Captain Marvel? And I'm going to have to say that's a no. But that's just my opinion, sorry. Then now Iron Man 2, which I don't remember much of, to be quite honest. What did I give it on Letterboxd? Hold on. This will help me. I reviewed a lot of these movies on Letterboxd. Follow me on Letterboxd. So yeah. Because honestly, I don't remember much of the Iron Mans, but I did watch them for the first time recently. Or Iron Man 2 a 3, 2.5. Okay, so I liked 2 better. That's the one with the rage. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's coming back to me. It is a little bit better. Tad better. A tad better. Well, where am I? It is a tad better. Where is my Iron Man 2? Okay. It is a tad better. Honestly, I like it better than Captain Marvel. But is it in the same tier as Captain America and Spider-Man? It is. I feel like I need to put it there. I feel like it needs to be there. It just fits. Yeah. The Incredible Hulk. A movie I think is overhated on. It's actually quite good. I like it a lot. Surprisingly, I think it's a decent movie. Honestly, I liked it before more than Iron Man 2. More than Captain America. What does my Letterboxd say? I'm always gonna default back to my Letterboxd so long. Because honestly, my opinions change all the time. So I gave the first Avenger a 3.5. I gave Incredible Hulk a 3. Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty much accurate. I would keep it the same. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. Yeah, Thor 1. Okay, so I rewatched Thor 1 because I watched Thor a lot. Thor was the first ever MCU movie I ever watched, and that was at home. So Thor is very special and dear to my heart. Now, after rewatching this movie as an adult, I have come to realize that Thor 1 is not as great as I remembered it as I was a kid. As a kid, Thor was awesome. Thor is awesome. But is this movie awesome? I don't know. It's a product of its time. A lot of the older MCU movies are a product of its time, and I don't know. It's Thor 1 though. Those have nothing in A tier. Is it better than First Avenger? No. But is it better than Hulk and Iron Man 2? Yeah. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's a little, bias. I grew up with the movie, but it's going in there. The first Avengers movie. Now, people are gonna hate me on this one, and I don't care because I did not grow up watching the first Avengers movie. Okay, I didn't see it in theaters. I remember when it got released and how relatively big it was. Though my parents didn't let me watch the first Avengers movie when it first came out. I mean, I was probably like 2012. I was like 7 or 8 when it came out. I was pretty young, so that's probably why. But oh god. though I did watch it as a teenager and I rewatched it recently, it's good. And I fear it might be losing it to the test of time. It's very 2012. Is it 2012? I'm pretty sure 2012. Or is it at least 2013? But when I look in terms of the MCU entirely, there are definitely better movies than the first Avengers movie, I have to say. I'm sorry. And a lot of Captain America movies are better than the Avengers, but is the first Avenger better than the first Avengers movie? No, it's not. And ladies and gentlemen, and how you identify, the first Avengers movie I'm ranking A tier. Our first A tier. We have our first A tier. I can't justify giving it S tier. And like, how the hell do you have Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther over the first Avengers movie? I think it just comes down to more enjoyment. I enjoy Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther more than Avengers. If you're like, oh, pick any MCU movie you want to watch now, I'd most likely turn on the S tier first over the first Avengers movie. Actually, I might even turn on the first Avenger over the Avengers, but the Avengers is clearly the better movie. But yeah, Thor: The Dark World. See, I went to rewatch this after I rewatched Thor as an adult, and I could not finish it for some reason. Oh, where did my tab go? Oh no. Anyways. And I just don't remember much of it. It's definitely not the worst MCU movie. It is gorgeous. What is happening? Okay, it's gorgeous. I think the cinematography is pretty decent. Whoa, it is not Quantumania. I'm putting it behind Iron Man 1 and C tier. That is that. Guardians 1, A tier. It's better than the first Avengers. I love Guardians so much. Guardians is my favorite team. Has been my favorite team for quite some time. Before we'll get to them in the future in a little bit. Before they were other team was introduced. They're so much fun. I laugh so much when I watch this movie or any Guardians movie. Anyways, James Gunn knows what the heck he's doing. James Gunn knows how to make a comic book movie. He gets it. He understands it. He understands everything. I love James Gunn. Yes, sir. Okay, where is... Oh, I already ranked it. Next, we have Iron Man 3. And contrary to belief, which I see so much described in Iron Man 3, that Iron Man 3 is the worst movie. I quite enjoyed Iron Man 3. I think Iron Man 3 is actually the best in the trilogy, which is kind of crazy. I think it's overhated. And I'm putting it above Thor, honestly. Really liked it, surprisingly. But yeah, I can't remember much, but I know I just liked it. I might rewatch it. I think I would rewatch that movie more so than the other two. But yeah. Next we have Guardians 2. Is this Guardians 2? Yeah, Guardians 2. And I don't understand. I realized Guardians 2 is not as beloved as I thought. When Guardians 2 came out, I laughed my butt off. I think it was so funny. I loved Guardians 2 so much. Like, Guardians 2 is in my heart. Like, in my heart, I love Guardians so much. And, do I think it's the best out of the trilogy? No. But the only reason why I say that is because the emotional impact of the third, the iconic the iconic nature of the first movie, and what it really did for unknown comic book characters to become popular cannot be undermined. But the second movie was I loved it so much. I don't understand why people don't like it, but I love it. And honestly, it's going in A tier. It's so good. I'm not giving it S tier. It's better than the first Avengers movie. Yes. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. Anyways, oh god, where am I? There's just way too much shows. Captain America, The Winter Soldier. definitely better than the first Captain America. I give it that. So it is either an A or an S tier movie. For me, it's an A tier. And it's top of A tier. It's great moments. We get Bucky, we get Cat, we get Nat, we get Sam in this movie. It has, you know, everyone's favorite characters. It's so good. Bucky is just Bucky, and he kills it. And you know, I saw a post like a couple months ago on Sebastian Stan and all his appearances in the MCU, and how he has the least screen time, yet he is one of the most iconic, most recognizable, and most beloved characters. And I just find it so crazy that he has like mere seconds or minutes or like less or close to an hour of only total footage compared to his entire appearance, a lot of appearances in every single phase. It's crazy. So let alone, yeah, it's iconic. You can't put it anywhere above, but below an A tier. It's just too iconic for that. Age of Ultron. Now, I see mixed reviews about Age of Ultron all the time. I love Age of Ultron. That's actually the movie I think I actually sat and watched. Like the Avengers movie. I think I watched this Avengers movie before the first one, which is kind of crazy. I just the opening sequence of them working together, like, oh, they're established. It's just so good. And you know, so I see people not loving, you know, the campiness of Ultron. It was like campy, like he's just like a silly goofy guy. I love the silly goofy. I love the silly goofy villains. Bringing back the silly goofy villains. I don't love overly serious ones. I do love the serious ones at times. You need a serious baddie, but sometimes the silly goofy ones work too. I wish Marvel would do more like lesser, bigger threats villains and more lower threat villains that are still equally as fun. Though Ultron is a big threat. He's kind of crazy. He is psycho. Also, we get Wanda and Pietro in this movie. R.I.P. Pietro. But you know, this kicked off, and Wanda is terrifying in this movie. I didn't realize she's always been terrifying, and rewatching some of these movies, I was like, damn, she really is scary. I think people, I guess, post or during WandaVision would really like made her popular, but she was so scary. She's been like this since the beginning. It's crazy that, you know, revisiting old stuff and you're like, damn, she's always been this way. She's awesome. She is awesome. But Age of Ultron. I'm gonna put it above the first Avengers movie. That might be a hot take, but it's putting there. Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man. Listen, I did not see and mind you, this is in continuity or not release order, because I'm like, wait a minute, because we haven't gone to a certain film yet, the next one, and I would love to talk about it more. Ant-Man. I remember watching this like on TV. My friend, she was obsessed with Ant-Man. We're not always obsessed with Ant-Man, but this is the movie because she loves funny. It is funny. It's great. The action is so cool. Like the going from big to large, big to larger. I guess it's tiny. Everything about Ant-Man is just so cool, and yeah, and it's super fun. Is this the line where Cassie says he's so ugly but I love him with the creepy bunny? Yeah, that's so good, so cute. It's iconic, and I haven't seen it in a hot second, so I don't remember much, but I enjoyed it more than some of the B tier movies, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna put it behind the first Avengers movie. It's an A tier movie. Moving on. Next is the one I'm probably gonna rant about the most, is Captain America Civil War. Captain America Civil War has a special place in my heart because it is the first MCU movie I ever saw in theaters. I remember everything. I remember staying for the post-credit scene and being excited. Oh my god, Black Panther's coming to the MCU. It's awesome. The whole movie was crazy. And you know, the marketing around it, if you remember the Doritos thing, the Cool Ranch versus the original Dorito, it was crazy. yeah, the lead up to this movie was it was so hype. The movie was hype. I just loved everything about it. You know, Team Cap, always be Team Cap. Team Cap. I'm a Captain America girly, though. You know, I should have more Cap stuff because I love Cap so much. But yeah, Cap all the way, all the way. Oh my god, the whole thing about Bucky, they really did Bucky so well. This movie, they gave him so much stuff about his character more so, and it made him feel bad for him, but not really, because he kind of killed Tony's parents, which was, I remember watching that in the theater as a kid, and my jaw just dropped. I'm like, oh, he killed his parents, oh my. And the action in this movie, top tier. S tier. Has to be. And with Ragnarok, it just has a special place in my heart, like it really does. Anyways, I'm trying to get this quickly now, because I just think I've been yapping too much. Let's spice it up and not go in timeline order next, and let's talk about Eternals. I know Eternals is kind of a controversial movie, not controversial in a sense, but controversial to the fandom. It was very divided. I remember watching this in the theater, and I remember not liking it. I don't like Icarus. Icarus is he's so unlikable. I know that's the point, but I really did not like the movie first watch. But I let it like simmer in the back of my brain, and I've matured a little bit, and I think Eternals gets a little so much. Oh man. But I think Eternals gets a little too much hate than it deserves. Sorry for the ruckus. But in point blank, Eternals tried something new, and I applaud Marvel for doing something new. Not my favorite team. They really just fumbled. You had such good actors that you casted. You had the Angelina Jolie in the MCU, and you fumbled it. And well, the fans just receptive. Well, I guess you have Barry Keoghan. You had I have an accent now. Gemma Chan, and well, it seems like Eternals 2 might be happening again. Hooray! Because honestly, I think we need it. I think the MCU needs Eternals. So, though, was Eternals all that? Do I think, is it better than Captain Marvel? No, it's right next to Captain Marvel. Before I used to be like, it's the worst MCU movie. It's not the worst, clearly. But yeah. What do we want to do next? You know what? Let's switch it. Let's do Endgame. Yeah, Endgame. Okay, so a little story. Actually, let's do Infinity War Endgame. Same time, bang those two out. There is a story to this. So remember, like the Infinity War, you know, big Avengers movie, and I did not see this movie opening weekend. So it was the Monday after opening weekend, and I had gym class. Mind you, our gym class, I was in 7th grade at the time. I just aged myself. So in my class, it was 7th and 8th graders, and I was sitting, it's alphabetical order, and I'm in a cluster of 8th graders. And they just start yapping about Infinity War, and I was like, oh my god, please stop talking about it, because I hadn't seen it yet. In my head, I'm a very shy kid. I do not, I'm not confrontational anymore. And one of the kids across from me goes to his friend who's in the same line I'm in. What was sadder death, Black Panther or Spider-Man? And my jaw dropped. I froze. I just sat there in a complete utter shock, because again, I knew nothing going into this movie, nothing about this movie, and I just got spoiled major the Monday after. And I was seeing it that weekend, and I was really mad. because I now knew how it ended, and I was just anticipating, but I didn't know how they were gonna die. I was like, I just had in the back of my head, Black Panther and Spider-Man are dying in this movie. Oh my god, they're dying in this movie. And did that take away from my enjoyment? No, actually. But yeah, it's just a little story. And concurrent to Endgame, I literally told my dad, from that moment on, we are watching every single Marvel movie opening weekend. I don't care, because I'm going to get spoiled, and I don't want to get spoiled ever again. So thank you, Avengers Infinity War, for making me into a huge Marvel fan, to the point I need to see every Marvel movie opening weekend. So yeah, that's a little side note, a little bit lore about me, and my love for the MCU. Infinity War. Listen, so I am the person, okay, I think Infinity War is better than Endgame for a lot of reasons. Though Endgame has one of the best final fights I've ever seen in my life. There's a reason why it's one of the top grossing movies of all time, because of how the great things that movie accomplished. So I enjoyed Infinity War more. I've watched Infinity War more times. It's my third watched MCU movie. So that being said, it's going there. Notice how it's my S tier. It's just the one that's near and dear to my heart, my most rewatch, my second most rewatch, and my third most rewatch movie. I mean, again, it's my opinion, so, but I just wanted to point that out. Again, my opinion, but Endgame, it's an A tier. It's above Winter Soldier, definitely. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Well, let me get some water, because I'm like dying. Okay, and I'm back with my laptop. Okay, what do I do next? Okay, we'll go Ant-Man and the Wasp. I saw this in theaters. I did see this in theaters. I was excited going in, obviously. Loved the first Ant-Man. I like this movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I think I don't know how well this was received, considering I wasn't very into the online space at the time this movie came out, but I love it, and I'm not gonna, let other people dictate my feelings towards Ant-Man the Wasp. I know people don't particularly love Ava in this movie. I don't care that much. I just care about the enjoyment and overall quality, I guess, of the project, and I think it was a banger. And it's better than Captain America, the first one. I'm putting it in B tier. It's behind that Spider-Man movie. Anyways, let's go back to Black Widow. Oh my god, I love Black Widow. I know people didn't particularly love this movie, though this is the reason why I think it's good. It made me cry. And this is a note about me. I don't cry while watching movies. And if you can make me cry automatically, like, you've done it. You've done your job. Essentially, you made me feel an emotion I typically don't feel like ever. That opening sequence when they were trafficked and they were separated from their family, it was so heartbreaking. The whole sequence, my heart ripped. It hurt for these girls, and well, young Nat and young Yelena, and it just really hit hard for me in so many ways. I just remember watching it, like, wow. And I agree with some people when it comes to Black Widow that this movie should have been released earlier than it had. Nonetheless, I really like it. I know people don't like how they did Taskmaster. I don't particularly care, because I don't know Taskmaster for the comics. I never read a comic with Taskmaster in it, so I don't care as much as more people. I love this movie. It has a special place in my heart because it made me cry. It's the only MCU movie that's ever made me cry. Fun fact. So for that long, it's gonna be the top of B tier. It's better than Spider-Man Far From Home, I can tell you that. I guess we'll go Homecoming. Homecoming, I'm gonna put Homecoming behind Ant-Man. Listen, I think it's the best Tom project, solo project I should say, but I don't particularly think it's one of the best MCU movies ever. On, I guess, to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, again, a movie I rewatch a lot. My 4th rewatched movie, and I just love Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is one of my favorite characters as a kid, and I was so excited to see him in live action. I think Benedict Cumberbatch really embodies the role. I really see him as Doctor Strange. It's crazy. I remember seeing this in the theater and cracking the hell up. Just cracking up at the Dormammu joke, like the repeat when he's on Dormammu, I've come to bargain. I've come to bargain. And I was dying laughing. That was the funniest thing in the world. The kid, I still do. He's just so great, and I'm gonna have to put him an S tier. I'm sorry. I know people are gonna be like, Doctor Strange above all these movies, are you crazy? I thank you for noticing that. Again, this is just my personal ranking list, and this is what I just enjoy, and this S tier is just my Marvel, what I see Marvel to be. This is peak Marvel. The A tier is still peak, really good moments. The B tier, really good movies, but enjoy it, but is it really the best? C tier, I'm glad it was a project, but it could have been better. D tier, I have nothing in D tier so far. I don't know if you would classify as D tier. I don't know if I will ever put anything D tier, and that category is there for a reason. Funny enough, I think I know what's gonna be in D tier. And you know what? Let's put it in D tier. Mom, Multiverse of Madness. I was so hyped for this movie. You don't understand, because again, I'm coming off the hype of the first Doctor Strange movie. It's post-Endgame. It's coming off the hype of WandaVision. I loved WandaVision. I love Doctor Strange. And I was like, okay, concept, Wanda's in this movie, sure. I didn't think she was gonna play as big of a role she anyways, I really wanted to like this movie. I really wanted to like this movie, but it was so bad. The acting was terrible. And direction with the acting was terrible. The cameos, why was that there? It was just show how powerful Wanda is, but we already know how powerful Wanda is. We don't need to see her, showcasing her abilities. We know how strong she is. America Chavez, I feel like she was just added in the movie just to introduce her, and I think it was the wrong project to introduce her in. It was just a hot mess. That's how I describe it. I walked out of the theater angry. I was like, what is this movie? And then I see people around me, it was so hype, yada yada, it was so great, it should have been Wanda's movie. I agree, because Wanda was the best part of that movie, but it was just so bad. People were just, I remember being in high school and everybody glazing with this movie. It was so good. I'm like, no, it's not. I did not enjoy it one bit. It was so bad. I wanted to like scream so badly into the theater. Not in the theater, I would never do that. I just it was just so bad. Like I have not rewatched it since. And I remember, and then I get clips on my For You page sometimes from this movie. I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why this movie sucks. Anyways, just get reminded too often. I'm like, no. Is this No Way Home? Am I doing No Way Home right now? I'm trying to avoid it like the plague, because you know what, we're just gonna go to Thor Love and Thunder, and it's right next to Multiverse of Madness, and it's not Quantumania. I'm putting it above Multiverse of Madness because I think it has some fun moments in it because it's a Thor movie, but the quality just went down. I was like, what are we doing? I didn't like, the comedy was okay. It was just too much comedy. I don't remember what happened in this movie, I'm not gonna lie, at all. I don't remember major plot points of this movie. I just know I forgot. I was reminded the other day that Jane dies in this movie. I forgot of that. I just know she wielded Mjolnir in this movie. that's pretty much it. And I know they did Hercules dirty, and apparently we're supposed to get him in upcoming MCU projects. I don't know. I don't know. I just, the Lord of the Love and Thunder was just a mess too. The DT are just hot messes. Let's put it that way. DT might just be the hot messes. The things were just a hot mess. Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi came out in the era of like, I'm coming off of Eternals. I didn't like Eternals. I'm coming off of Thor. I think Thor came out before this. Certain MCU projects were not hitting for me. And I was like, damn, I'm really in a slump right now. MCU, wow me. I need you to wow me. And I was wowed. Oh my gosh, I was wowed. The action sequences were so good. Simu, whoa. I love this movie so much. I remember walking out there like, whoa, this is so good. So good. This movie was great. You know, I just, Wenwu was awesome. Everyone was just so awesome in this movie. The cinematography, the choreo, the coloring. Oh my god, like, I just dream about this movie often. Like, it was just like such a breath of fresh air because it was something new and exciting and actually good when it came out. And if you don't like this movie, that's a problem. And for that reason, it's an A tier to me. It's not S tier because I haven't rewatched it more than twice. Where did it go? Oh, above Spider-Man. It is above Spider-Man, but it wouldn't put there. I would put Shang-Chi below both Guardians movies. I enjoy Guardians a little bit, tad bit more, but I think it's equally on par with those. My A tier. Wakanda Forever. Oh my god, this movie. The beginning of this movie, the silence was so deafening. It was just like it hit your heart so much. RIP to Chadwick Boseman. He was a true king. Like, I don't even understand. You don't understand. I love that man. You could feel the emotional weight this movie had surrounding the death of T'Challa and obviously Chadwick in real life. And it was just so, oh my god, I loved Shuri in this movie. I loved Namor and his whole backstory, and I'm so excited to see them in Doomsday. Though I'm not excited for Doomsday, I'm just excited for certain characters, not the movie as a whole, I should say more properly. I know people don't love this movie, and I also agree they shouldn't have killed the queen because that was dumb, but they needed a motivation for Shuri, so there goes the motivation. Is it better than the first movie? I'm gonna say no. But is it good? It's good. And I've only rewatched it once, a couple months ago, after it came out. That's definitely not C tier. I'm moving that up. There is no way this movie's C tier. I think it's in between both Avengers movies. We're gonna put that there in A tier. Okay, next. You know what? Let's rip the band-aid off. No Way Home. The lead up to this movie was insane. We were getting leaks after leaks after leaks. And when it was leaked about Andrew and Toby being in this movie, I was like, of course they're gonna be in this movie. And that sucked my enjoyment out of this movie because I went in knowing they were going to be this movie, and I feel like this was supposed to be a big surprise moment. And obviously when it was in the film, it was filmed meant to be this big thing, and I couldn't enjoy the first half of that movie up until that point because I was anticipating, like, when are they gonna show up? When are they gonna show up? When are they gonna show up? And I was so distracted by that fact, and I don't remember anything in the beginning half of that movie. I really don't until afterwards when the other Spider-Man show up. And it did nothing for me. It was cool for 2 seconds, and then I was just like, oh yeah, another Spider-Verse movie, great. And I was like, no. And then in theory it was supposed to be exciting. For some others it was exciting. For me, not so much. It wasn't the best. I have so many issues with this movie, and one of them being it's forgetful. I haven't seen it since, and I don't remember much. The most memorable part was the Toby and Andrew cameo. appearance, I should say, in this movie. I don't remember anything else. Oh, except for the ending, and the horrible ending about, you know, him being wiped clean from existence, essentially, but whatever. No one knows the Peter Parker Spider-Man. But that's another thing. His whole thing with Doctor Strange, it was so, like, so irritating. I was just so annoyed at that point with Peter. I was just annoyed at Peter that I couldn't enjoy the movie. Honestly, I'm sorry. So I'm not the biggest fan of Far From Home. And for that reason, yikes, it's gonna be the top of the C tier. It's definitely better than Captain Marvel, and it has great moments in it, but I couldn't enjoy the movie like I wanted to because of basically knowing too much before the movie even came out, and other just being just utterly annoyed, unfortunately. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Oh, look at this. The most easiest one. The reason why I'm doing this tier list, to be quite honest with you, Quantumania. It has its own category because it belongs in its own category. It's a world of its own because this movie is so nonsensical now. It's not canon for obvious glaring reasons that it should be, and it was just awful. MODOK, awful. CGI, awful. This whole movie looked awful. It was just bad. And this was the first Marvel movie I've ever fallen asleep to. The first one. Every single Marvel movie I've seen up to this point, I've been awake for the entire time, engaged. Watching Quantumania felt like a chore. It was horrible. It was horrible. I think redeeming, I just find it's just so unwatchable. And it's unwatchable now. Everything about it is so unwatchable. It's so unlikable. I hate it. No. That's why it has its own category. It's not even in the league of any of these other movies. It's in a league of its own. For realsies. The Marvels, another movie that got overhated. Listen, I remember this movie came out and it just got hated. And I was like, is it really that bad? Has my girls really, they do not do them justice. Like, what is happening? And then I hit Disney Plus and I watched it and I was like, what were y'all yapping about? What were you yapping about? People were complaining left and right. I don't think it was worth all the fuss over. It was good. It was better than the first one. Is it B tier? Yeah, I'd say it's better. It's B tier movie. It's not better than Black Widow in my opinion, just because of the sentimental value and hard hitting I felt for Black Widow. But it was so good. It was so enjoyable. I love Carol. I love Monica. And I love Kamala. Again, my comics. She's my favorite MCU character, in the movies and comic book character in general from Marvel. DC is a whole nother can of worms, and other superheroes, but you put one of my favorite characters of all time from Marvel in one movie, and of course I'm gonna love it. I think it was funny, it was charming, it was just so good. I don't understand. And Monica was MVP of this movie. She really was, and I loved that she got to shine. And the post-credit scene was so good, and it just ties to X-Men. I love X-Men so much, and it was just, everything was just, oh my god, oh my god, it was a dream. It was honestly a dream. It was a good dream. Where were we at? Oh, Guardians 3. Oh, Guardians 3. So I watched Guardians 3 in theaters. Only watched it once, and then recently I rewatched it because I was like, why? I just, people are also doing these types of videos ranking the MCU now because Phase 5 is over, and Phase 6 is gonna start. And I just hear people talking about Guardians 3 like it's like the best movie ever. And I'm like, I don't remember Guardians 3 being that good. Like, I don't remember anything from Guardians 3, quite frankly. So I rewatched it, and then I was reminded why it is so well beloved and liked. And I was like, oh, wait. Yeah, Guardians 3 was that movie. And, oh my. It was... You got so many good moments, and I understand the qualms with Adam Warlock. I love him being a goofball. I just love goofball-y kind of characters that are OP. I think it's fun. And it was a good conclusion to a trilogy. I actually got a conclusion because James Gunn knew he was on the way out, so he gave a nice little bow on that, and I really enjoyed it. And I felt satisfied at the end, and as a fan, and it wasn't felt betrayed walking out of that theater. or rewatching it anyways. I was like, yes, James Gunn gets it. That's why Superman's gonna be awesome, because he just gets it. He gets it. It's obviously not C tier. I'm just contemplating where to put it, but I'm just gonna have to put Guardians. It's better, but is it better than Winter Soldier? No, because Winter Soldier just has great action moments. I don't particularly love the action in Guardians 3, but the sentiment is there. What's next? Oh, okay. Oh wait, where's Deadpool and Wolverine? Yeah, it's all the way down here with all the X-Men movies. I get it, but technically it's an MCU movie. We'll do Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my god, I remember when this came out. So hyped. I love Deadpool so much. Deadpool's one of my favorite characters. And I went to a movie with my dad, and it was so good. I remember watching this the Thursday before it officially came out, because theaters usually do a Thursday release, and I cracked up. It was so funny. It was so good. The cameos. I remember in my seat getting visibly excited, because once I saw that playing cards, like, oh my god, we're getting Gambit, and it was so good. And I was so even more happy when I realized it was Channing Tatum, and I knew he's been wanting to be Gambit for so long, and it was just like, yes, this movie was just a love letter to all the X-Men Fox movies and that side of Marvel, and what could have been great that wasn't so great, but it was giving flowers to pretty DC movies. I think the X-Men movies are kind of overhated a little bit, but Deadpool and Wolverine was so good. So meta, but so good. And I rewatch it a lot, and it's not B tier. I'm putting it in my S tier. Sorry. Honestly, it's better than Doctor Strange. We're gonna put that there. I love it so much. You're probably like, girl, what's no? Deadpool Wolverine belongs at the top. It really does. And the soundtrack, the opening scene was so much fun. I loved it. I was dying laughing. I think it was just a perfect way to, that movie was just like, yeah, it was so good. Here we go. Where am I? Oh, Captain America Brave New World. Okay. Here we go. This is a little story about Captain America World. I watched it opening weekend, because I always watch these things opening weekend with my friend. And then I had no expectations for this movie, not gonna lie. Then I ended up loving it. My friend who's a casual Marvel fan loved it too. She's like, I love the story. Me too. It was easy, simple to follow. I don't understand why you were complaining so much. Sam is my cap. I'm gonna say that. Be very clear. Love Sam. I love him so much. He's so fun. And the thing that he does it without being a super soldier, and he doesn't have a super soldier serum in his body. He'd be doing all that. He's just so much aura with the wings, the vibrating wings. And Joaquin, I love Joaquin. He's so fun. He's so charming. I love Danny Ramirez, and I can't wait to see him in Doomsday with Louis Pullman, because they're besties. I love it. I'm gonna be so excited to see them on screen together. Hopefully, crossing my fingers that we see them together on screen. But it was so good. It was so enjoyable. So much so I rewatched it in theaters with my family. This is the only Marvel movie I've seen twice in theaters. Everything I've seen once in Still We're On, minus the Marvels. I didn't see the Marvels in theaters. I've seen everything else in theaters though once. Everything else I haven't. Again, and obviously Captain America Brave New World, I have seen it twice, and I enjoyed it both times. And I rewatched it with my friend who didn't see it like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, this movie's just good. Like, I don't understand. Like, I think it's just a fun movie. Is it the best Marvel movie? No, but I think it's just a fun movie. Like, it's a good starter. Somebody's curious about what the MCU or Marvel is like, show them this movie. It's like, oh, here you go. Yes, they explain. It's like, oh, about whatever past movies knowledge you need to know about things. No, you really don't. I don't think you do. My friend who didn't watch The Incredible Hulk, or really, I don't know if she watched Captain America. I mean, Falcon Winter Soldier, but we went in. I didn't watch The Incredible Hulk before I watched this, and I understood everything perfectly fine, and I think it was fine. So I think it's a fine movie. Is it C tier? No. Oh, no. It's better than these movies. I'm gonna go, it's above First Avenger. It's B tier. I'm putting it there. I ruffled some feathers, but I don't care. Okay, and now for our final film, The Thunderbolts. Okay, I watched Thunderbolts. I had no expectations. I didn't know what expectations I was going into this movie. I knew nothing, mind you, nothing. I know nothing walking in this movie, and I came out, oh my god, loving every single thing I seen on my screen, or my screen in the theater on the screen. Anyways, oh my god, Lewis Pullman, MVP. So was Florence Pugh. That movie was great. I'm so sad it did not do as well as box office as it should have, but it was so good. It was so entertaining, and I just loved it so much. I understand people want to see more of the trauma rooms. Personally, we don't need to see Bucky's trauma rooms again because we already know his trauma. That's what I feel about that. And I know people don't like, oh, hugs is it. You know, sometimes somebody needs to hug. You know, hugs do heal people. Hugs are powerful. Hugs can heal people. Just saying. It was just so beautiful. And the void, the way they did the void was so cool. Oh my god, you could, and the lighting, oh my god, whoever the cinematographer was, you're awesome. You're awesome. Because you could see the outline of the void. You could see his white and eye, like, oh, even though it was dark, you could still see him. Everything about it was just like, oh, features. You just saw the outline. It just, oh, I can't. Every time I think about it, I just like, I get so happy because it was so good. So good. It was funny and so charming, and it's just, and you know how I said we're gonna get to my favorite team? This is my favorite team. This is my favorite team. I love Thunderbolts so much. Do not separate my family. They're awesome. Well, they're not Thunderbolts, they're the new Avengers. I love the ending via Valentina. And honestly, I did not see that ending coming. That was a shock for me. I know people were like, oh, I saw it coming. I didn't see it coming. I didn't think Valentina was gonna do that. I thought they were finally gonna catch her and everything would be over, but no. But anyways, we are gonna do Thunderbolts at, it's not a C tier, but I'm just doing this for the sake of scrolling. And it's an S tier in my book. I'm sorry. It's yet to come on streaming, so I've yet to rewatch it. But it's going here. It's going there. It's so good. It's so good. It's just so good. It's so entertaining. The heart is there. The action is there. It's so good. Like, oh, this was a perfect team movie. Like, this was a Marvel movie. This is what superheroes do. They're not superheroes, they're not that good. They're like anti-heroes, I guess, but not really. They're heroes now. They're the Avengers. And yeah, the ears are back on. But here's my tier list. This is the final tier list. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. It's a long one. It's really long. I didn't expect it to be this long. I am so sorry. And if you just skip to the end to see my final ranking, I don't blame you because it is the longest video. Anyways, thank you for even clicking on this video, my first video here. So yeah, you made it this far. If you're here, consider subscribing, liking this video, leaving me a comment on what I should do. I have ideas for content I want to do, but obviously I'm gonna run out of ideas, so ideas will be nice. On future videos, and I'm really excited for this journey I'm gonna go on. Yeah, I loved yapping about superheroes. If you can't tell, that's my whole thing, and Star Wars and a whole lot of other things. So I got Percy Jackson up there too. So yeah, wow, I'm just so tired. I'm like out of it, man. I'm out of it. But anyways, XOXO from this tired fangirl, and I'll catch you guys in my next video, hopefully. Peace.